And a couple more things about the Lil Durk thing, and I'm gonna stop talking about the shit because I'm laying down like I said I was. But it's so not smart. The whole situation is so not smart. It's pissing me off. Okay, do y'all know Lil Durk? Real name is Durk. His mama named him Durk. His name is Durk Banks. Durk. I thought that was just like his rap name. No, his name is Durk for one, and then two. Allegedly, I guess from what my little research I did, because I really did no research on this, because y'all, I just really I don't have the capacity for this. This is not what I want on my mind and my brain. He was snitched on by his partners. Apparently, somebody he had been taking care of was wearing a wire. I don't know if it's an actual wire, because they keep saying a wire, but I can't. I'm thinking like the old movies in like the 60s where people actually wore a physical wire on their body, which was like huge and people couldn't tell. That's why people used to pay people down for a wire. But he was wearing a wire, and that's how he got caught. That's how he got caught. So basically, they have they don't really need a confession because it's right there, from what I'm hearing. If this is true, they're saying he gonna do forever, forever. But anyway, I'm done. I'm about to finish laying down.
Grammy Award winning rapper Lil Durk has been arrested for a murder for hire conspiracy plot out of California. So, a little background, make sure we get this right. Lil Durk's cousin was killed in Atlanta in 2020. It was suspected by an individual with the last name Bowman, who goes by Quando Rondo, was behind the murder. So 2 years later, the allegations, not allegations, are that Durk and members of an organization, his band OTF, Only the Family, were responsible, that he went and got them together, went out to California, bankrolled them, got flights, got everything together so that they would carry out the murder of the person who's suspected of killing his cousin. Make sense? Okay. Generally, the feds do not mess with murder cases. They don't deal with those. But as you just heard, we've got a bunch of different states involved. We've got Atlanta. We've got Florida, where Lil Durk lives. We've got Chicago, where Only the Family is based and where he's originally from. We've got California, where the murder is said to have occurred. Hence, all of these different states, different jurisdictions, it makes it much easier for the federal government to get involved. But usually murders are handled by the state. When a murder is handled by the state, what you have is something called accessory before the fact of murder, murder, and accessory after. Accessory before the fact is sort of like Training Day when somebody handed the gun and said, "You kill Alonzo." That's accessory before. If you give the weapon, if you help, if you aid in carrying out the murder, guess what? It's the same thing as being guilty of the murder. It usually carries the same amount of time as the underlying charge. Accessory after the fact is if you're the getaway driver. Shoo! If you're the getaway driver, you don't actually carry the same amount of time because you've helped after the murder. This Fed situation, the murder for hire plot, first of all, how dumb can you fucking be? Literally, if those are the allegations, there are 1 million Dateline episodes in which murder for hires don't work. And additionally, if you're involved with that many people, somebody's going to end up snitching. As a matter of fact, probably what has happened, since the feds are involved and have been involved in looking at this for quite some time, there's been something called a proffer. What is a proffer? A proffer is when the feds are involved and the feds know that there's somebody possibly involved. And there is, all these allegations, 6 people involved in this murder. 6. And so if there are 6 people, you don't think that they went to each one of them and said, "Want a deal?" And they said, "Uh-uh." All right, next. "Want a deal?" "Uh-uh." Next. Because when you're looking at murder for hire in the federal system, here is the way the charges are determined. 1, murder for hire, nobody's hurt whatsoever, you're looking at 0 to 10 years. That's one when the feds figure it out and they catch you before something happens. You hire the bullshit hitman. That's 0 to 10 years. If somebody is hurt, you're now looking at 20 years. If somebody is killed, you're now looking at life or death. So what has happened is they go and they've done probably a proffer. A proffer is when the federal government comes to you and says, "Look, if you tell us everything you know everything, and we don't already know it, we ain't going to use that shit against you. So if you help us out with old banks, if you show us these credit card receipts, if you show us everything that he's done, we're not saying you're going to go free, but we got these 3 categories. We might take you away from that life and death category to get you to the 0 to 20, and you start working around and start helping yourself out. That's what a proffer is. So in this situation, murder for hire plots, not the smartest thing you can get into. If you ever watch any television show whatsoever, you know why they never fucking work out. That being said, it appears as though Mr. Banks has hired Brian Bieber again, one of the best lawyers out of Florida, for his representation. So let's see exactly what's going to end up happening. He is currently waiting extradition. He is in Florida jail, so he's waiting extradition out to California. They said California is a place to go to be, so they loaded up the truck and they moved to Beverly. Ain't no take it, because they ain't till nothing taken. They shooting on Major Love.
This is the guy who snitched on Lil Durk, which led to his arrest last night in Broward County. This is OTF Jam. He's been associated with Durk for years. He actually just served a 12-year prison sentence, and as soon as he got out of prison, Lil Durk gave him a house, a car, and $50,000 cash as a welcome home gift. He revealed this in an interview, but he was the informant in this case, and he was wearing a wire for several years around Durk. For years, he was around Durk collecting information for the feds, and they were listening to everything that they were saying, which is why it took so long for Durk to finally get arrested by the U.S. Marshals last night. They have all the evidence they need to prove that he was trying to hire people to slide for Vaughn. I think Durk is cooked.
I ain't gonna lie, this is just a random video I'm finna make real quick. But hold on, so you mean to tell me this nigga Durk, homie, had a wire on him this whole time, but y'all didn't realize, nigga? What about the pool parties, nigga? What about all the, like, this nigga never took... Was the wire in this nigga pants? Like, I need some more details. How are you able to hide a wire for that many years, gang? But then again, what if he low-key told Durk he had the wire? Wait, nah, that wouldn't even make sense. Hold on, my analysis fucked up. But then again, imagine if he had the wire, but he probably wrote to Durk. It was like, Durk, I ain't gonna lie, I got this wire on me. That was the only way for me to get out that jam, gang. So if you see me or you around me, don't say. But that's dumb as hell, though. Because then Durk wouldn't be around the nigga at all. This nigga was literally in music videos with this nigga, dapping him up. He doing the emotes with him and everything, nigga. Then my next question is, why didn't this nigga Durk been flee the country, nigga? It took you this long to say, let me get the fuck up out of here? You did this shit, and then this nigga was texting with his iCloud after the hit, though. That's how they know that nigga Durk was actually conspirating in that shit, because he was texting with his phone.
On Tuga, shorty, they got locked up with the FBI biggest informant, gang. Think about it. They got snatched off a private jet. Dude, them niggas ain't even had no real good ass lawyers. How the fuck you think they paying for a private jet, gang?
Well, right after...
Vaughn did.
Vaughn had what?
Vaughn is dead, right?
Okay, well...
How the fuck is these niggas paying for a jet?
At the time, yeah.
Who the fuck got a jet fueled up and got these boys flew to Chicago in 5 hours? Who got money to do that? They ain't got no jet money, gang.
I don't got jet money.
Come on, bro. Them boys got snatched at the airport on a private hangar. Come on, bro. Stop playing. Think about it. They called Durk, hey, you get them fucking guys here, we gonna come get you with them. Cause just like the evidence they had on Shorty, and they had on Durk too, that you just paid to get your fucking brother killed. How you not in jail? We ain't talking about this shit. This shit just ain't happening in our face, huh? Guess what, bitch? Bugs Bunny back again. The rapper got the gun and I know what I'm doing with this bitch, bro. Y'all quit. Now, seriously though. This is a real fact though. Really think about this. Who the fuck you know name get brought up and with actually proven facts that you done paid me some money to go kill a motherfucker. And I'd have killed the wrong motherfucker too. You didn't pay me to kill, I'd have killed the wrong motherfucker for me to turn around and go kill the right motherfucker though, but you, the police know I work for you. Cause they say Shorty flat out told they ass like, man, shit, Lil Durk told me do that shit. And he paid me to do it.
Oh, it's over, bro. They got him. Lil Durk has officially been arrested, bro. And he didn't get arrested by no ordinary cops. My son got taken in by the feds, bro. If y'all didn't know this, bro, the feds have a 98% conviction rate. He is so cooked, bro. He is so cooked. Rapper Lil Durk is arrested over murder, hire plot. Hours after 5 were charged over links to shooting of Quando Rondo. But what this basically means is that the feds think that he hired somebody to take out Quando Rondo. If y'all didn't know, Quando Rondo is suspected of taking out King Von. So what did Lil Durk do? He slid for Von, but he tried to play it cool. So he hired 5 people to try to take out Quando Rondo. Now, there's a good chance that Quando Rondo played this shit smart. He himself was probably building a case against Lil Durk. My son was tired of the street life and he said, fuck it, bro. We gotta take him out. We already got Von, let's take out Durk. So he probably went the legal route and was probably building an entire case against Lil Durk. Plus, Lil Durk is always rapping about his crimes, man, so his time was coming, bro.
Y'all, the mayor done took his key back. Key to the city. They ended their partnership with Lil Durk's foundation. We find out that OTF Jam is the one who was snitching, wearing a wire this whole time. It is not looking good for this man. For those of you wondering what happened, Lil Durk's been arrested for his involvement in the attempted unaliving of Quando Rondo, but it resulted in his friend's death instead. I've seen other articles say cousin, so I don't know, cousin, friend. Anyway, on Friday, August 19th, Pat was shot after pumping gas at a gas station near Beverly Center. Suspects fled in a white sedan after pulling away. Rondo's 23-year-old friend succumbed to his injuries and was pronounced unalived. How did they confuse him for Quando Rondo, though? See, this headline here says cousin, so Lil Durk considered this man family, took care of him when he got out, took care of him while he was in, actually, too. And this is how he repaid him. Lil Durk had bought him a crib, got him a car, gave him 50 racks, like, the whole works, and
I got a question for y'all real quick. If y'all guys don't know, y'all, Lil Durk was just arrested, and just know there are so many charges and so much more deeper into why he got arrested and how it led up to this. But I'm going to give you a little surface level to let y'all know what's going on. Just know he had a friend that literally did 12 years in jail. The man came out, gave him money, put him on everything. Whole time the man was plotting against him, literally wearing wired headsets. Every time they talked, did anything, it was all recorded. The feds watched Lil Durk do whatever they're accusing him of for years and years and years until they finally went to get him. So I'm thinking, should we do a whole series explaining detail to detail what happened, how it happened? Like, would y'all live for that? Would y'all want to hear that? Because I'm really digging it inside this case, and I'm just gagging bad. Because it's like, how did you not know? Like, nobody pat him down. No one asked questions. And this is my thing, too. What made him do that?
Breaking news. Rapper Lil Durk is facing life in prison for a murder for hire plot. And this is just days after getting awarded 2 keys to the city of Chicago. I guess he really slid for Vaughn. So apparently Lil Durk's snitch was an OTF member identified as OTF Jam who was exposed for wearing a wire over several years. That's the thing people don't understand. The feds have like a 99.7% conviction rate. So when they're coming after you, they will build a case for years and years and years so that there's no doubt in their mind that they'll get the conviction. It's crazy because this guy previously served a 12-year prison sentence. I don't know if this is the case, but sometimes these people are incentivized to give information to get out quicker. I'm pretty sure the indictment was in Florida, and Florida does not play around, so they're gonna definitely try to get death penalty, and if not, he's definitely getting life in prison. So another one of your favorite rappers is now done. I say this all the time, these rappers have a shelf life, and it's not very long. And just remember, those people that you're going out and doing this bad shit with, they're not going to be loyal when it comes to the stand.